Okay. At 4 p.m., I will call this meeting to order. First order of business, pledge allegiance. Please stand. Ready to begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Next, we will do the approval of the meeting minutes from last time. So we will just go ahead, Joel.
I move to approve the minutes from our last meeting.
Nice.
Okay.
Seconded.
Cindy.
The member. Yeah, because Cindy's a meeting attendee, but not a committee member.
Kimberly, you think you could second that? Maybe?
Second that, thank
Your
you.
partner with Cindy to second that?
What? What's next?
Kimberly.
Any discussion? Hearing none, goes to a vote, right?
You need a roll call though.
Yep.
You got, sorry, I had to make sure we have enough numbers here, but that we have quorum. So we do, just enough.
Okay.
Yes.
Joel Hoff, yes.
Bree Van Rokel, yes. This is only if you're on the Academic Excellence Committee, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I think,
Do you have the list?
Yes.
Amber
So,
McLeod, yeah.
Do you just want to read their name and then?
yep, Kimberly,
yes.
right? Joel, Marilee,
Yes.
okay? And Kelsey.
Yes.
Perfect. And Bree, did you vote?
Yes.
Okay.
In case you're wondering why this is so weird, we have. It's super technical around public meetings. We have an appointed committee. That then has to do other meetings besides calendar committees, so that's why it's just this random, so.
It's really fun. We
Tons
enjoy
of
it.
fun, very, very important.
All right, so first we're just gonna go around and share our name, our role, and what school we represent. And then, what's been your favorite vacation of your life? You can just say this like sort of. So I'll go first. Bree Van Rokel, Director of School Improvement. And my husband and I went to Australia and it was really amazing.
Hi, Joe Vieira, I'm Director of HR. Their vacation is just a reoccurring one. Pam and I like to go to Winchester Bay for a week every summer. We used to go to the dunes, go to the beach, used to relax, so it's my favorite.
I'm Cindy Bedlock, the high school records clerk. And last year my daughter got married in Mexico, so that was super fun.
Meredith Foley, principal at Cal Butte, and I love all vacations, but the most amazing one was to Peru, like all over the country. All the things.
So Greta Secor, Pal Butte, and Family Student Services and PBE coordinator. Favorite trip, when my brother graduated high school, I was doing an internship on a military base in Germany, and he flew and we met in Ireland and then went to Norway and London together. Very cool.
My name's Amber McLeod. I'm elementary director of teaching and learning. Favorite vacation, when I took my girls to Iceland.
Nice.
Kelsey Nystel, fifth grade at Crooked River. And favorite vacation, my entire family went to Disney World a few years ago. It was the first time we got to take all of our daughters on a really big vacation. So that's
Kimberly Bonner, I'm at Crooked River and we went to Cabo a couple years ago with some friends and all of our kids and I just want to go back.
Mary Smith, Barnes Butte, and mine is Laredo, Mexico. And highly recommend all inclusive. And it was for Hogan's graduation trip and it was very fun.
Eric Osborne, board member, Tanzania.
Kim Parker, executive assistant, and probably my favorite was I'm a quilter, and so my quilt friends went to the Houston Quilt Show a couple years ago, which is an international show, so we got to see exhibits from all over the world. It was amazing.
It's awesome.
Joel Hoff, District Office. If you know me, you know I love to eat. And we do, was it last year, we took our kids on like a cruise, and you just eat and sit and then eat and then nap and then eat. So, the Mexico cruise is my favorite vacation.
Excellent. That was fun. So today we are just talking about calendar. I know that this is, we mentioned at the beginning, kind of confusing because of all the multiple roles on this, but today is just calendar. So as we jump into business on the calendar, the first thing I want to just recap from last meeting is we talked a lot about conferences and making changes to conferences. And while like there were really, really great ideas thrown out, we don't have the time to implement something that big for next year's calendar. But we did talk about making like a subcommittee that could kind of work through some proposals. So that way next year, when we have our first calendar committee, that committee has brought together those parent conference proposals to that group. So that way we can flesh that out a little bit more. So if you're interested in being on that committee, please let me know. I know Nick had a lot of interest in it too, so I'll make sure that gets out to him. So we're gonna work through this with 2 questions. So the first is that we want to reach a consensus on whether or not we are in favor of shifting the October PD day to a spring date. So we'll kind of group up and talk about that. And then once we've reached consensus, yes or no, we'll move forward on what date is best. And those green dates are on there, but let's just ignore those for now and just think yes or no. And then what's next? And then I'm just always reminded that as we think about things like the calendar, that we are putting students first and thinking about, as we make this decision, what calendar is best for students. So keep that in mind in your discussion. So maybe we take 5 minutes to circle up with a team close to you and talk through that fall, spring PD day. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Maybe get up and move to somebody new even.
There's okay. I'm gonna grab a calendar, right?
So clarifying.
I would say.
Hey guys, and a reminder, this is live stream, so just a heads up. Always.
Don't say
good-
bad
Good,
words.
this is fun.
I'll come over to this group.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. No problem.
So it's gonna be the tail end.
Either.
Well, let's just think about the first question. You guys favors?
Only concerns with.
Oh, yeah, 3-day week. I don't know if you want anybody in.
May's tough because it's. AP testing for like high schoolers, COSAS testing for 3 through 8. It's also 6th grade camp.
Actually, yeah, they were in degrees.
Yeah, did I tell you?
I think that.
Yeah, so.
Because you guys know about like.
So you're probably.
Oh, is it? It's moving up here.
Will they start the 10th and go?
So
that
change
way?
the.
I don't know, prenatal testing just stresses me out.
Yeah, they always talk about first, second, third.
That's right.
Yeah, and they were training on the state test. We starting testing on the 26th.
Look at how long.
And May is long. Those memorials on the.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
Because we need.
Right.
But
Figure it out.
That's what we think.
So. Like it would be on this calendar.
I think the other one is to consider.
But the last Friday of the year,
Might not.
you know, switch next year for students.
Starting.
Their
For
project
May
that
is pretty,
culminates all of that.
secondary review, but they did that now.
Because of Easter.
The seventh, and the side.
Especially the middle school, so I think we're there all. Student is really greedy. Their content boxes. So.
I don't know.
So like on
So for that reason, I'm still.
22nd, 23rd, you, I mean, you guys are.
And it's
So then
gonna
if
be
you
kind
need
of
that.
like.
The whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Because you bring their
So
family
like
comes.
what's thinking.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Instead of putting all those after school.
All those after school.
So.
Dr. Van Rokel, can we move to question 2?
Yeah, I think the discussions are pretty naturally going to question 2, so
Okay.
when you get to that point, I feel like you can talk.
Okay, I didn't want to, I'm a rule follower.
Thanks.
Okay, sorry.
No.
So you think was which date?
So you were saying
Oh.
you would position.
Yeah.
We're overachievers.
Like the day of.
That's your rule follower.
Speaking of secondary, April starts to get shorter. For that, we're being the high schedules like Donna's busy with the schedule, especially they do like 100 to 40 days. It is a lot of for in summer and for your class. For seven, but there's.
So it's like classy, saying getting.
You don't really-
I don't know, like-
No, make it kind of perfect solution.
So.
It doesn't, but I think we have to really, this team has to be rooted in the why behind it and that we're choosing this for kids. That's what I keep coming back to after. What is the best date for kids?
Well,
We're gonna be doing, so that first meeting is testing on the 26th.
does Leanne travel?
We think in ELA.
He's a big.
They won't start team until.
And I think that heads you.
It's always driving.
Thank you.
Well, it's-
Or they won't, I know, and have kids not be done.
Right, there will be kids that are not done. I also,
And then it clicks it off, though, to come back.
and we're already
Testing.
testing on Mondays, like, even this year, the Monday after the conference or this year, I think it's. If they were.
Sunday, not finding facts and then.
We're not starting till week of May.
School Monday morning.
Okay,
Cancel, straight up cancel.
right, so we should start on the.
No, we don't. Straight up.
But this year-
No, here's your alternative. That means-
You're like a real friend.
Yeah, yes. Oh, wait, no. I ended up. Portland,
They would.
renting a car, driving.
But then they'll set up.
We got in there. Yeah. And then turned around and spent 7:30. Go get them kids, yeah.
It's weird though to have conferences.
See, you're helping our attendance.
Conferences pretty. And then, yeah,
So-
there's a lot of school time.
Spring break if we run.
Didn't you mention?
Joe, how we feeling?
Yeah.
I did, but what was it?
Light, were you here for the first one? First one? Light turnout.
Nobody's gonna have you have PDA.
Right.
Is there anything going on?
So true.
State basketball is the only thing I can. Kimberly mentioned there were 38 people out on Red Rover for
No, 40.
40, we're up to 40.
Yay. I think I want Summit to win because
That's
I think Jason Mum has a,
the game.
so they won't do it again.
Okay.
Sorry.
I like that.
I just derailed our
I
meeting.
can.
Great, keep track. We are ready whenever anyone else is.
I think I think at least to start a discussion, do you guys feel okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so first question being, how do we feel, yes or no, of moving the October PD day to the spring? Let's do a thumbs up, thumbs to the side, thumbs down. How do you feel?
We're neutral as well, like, we're happy with either way. I don't know if that's a thumbs to the side or.
It was kind of, for Pelview is kind of why we were talking about it, so Pelview will come out and say this.
In the vein of our community. I believe that our families would prefer the October date due to hunting. And that allows a lot more planning time on that day, serves more teachers. So we'll figure out if people are happy with that.
I saw some thumbs up in neutral. Amber, your thumbs up?
A thumbs up, due to originally supporting Pelvia with needing that spring date, so if they're willing to change. Neutral.
One of the other things that we talked about for the May date that interferes with, for outdoor school for middle school students, so we just. The April date would probably work better for that, but again, like. We can do more scope and sequence planning if we do it in October, and we can come up with a different plan if we need to for the spring, if that works better for the.
We were throwing out Wednesday of conference week if it was already a bad week, no kids. It was all just one time.
That's if we do want to move it.
Okay, I'm gonna, given what Meredith just shared, now I would say, where are you at? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Well, or does it change? I don't know, maybe vote in neutral.
What-
Prefer to keep it in October if you're for it.
Even like we want to be a team player.
Yeah, that's why we did.
Yeah.
this. We were a team.
So, but I mean, I think you have a valid point about hunting. Real valid point.
What's the date it stays in October then? Is that October 2nd date?
Maybe October 30th.
October 30th.
October 30th.
So we keep the 2nd and the 30th.
Oh.
We were,
What were you guys
I was
thinking?
thinking it was the second, that.
We were thinking we were moving the only October date to.
Gotcha. Well, I think that I might not be correct on this, but I believe that's also a hunting season date. Isn't that for season elk? But that's not, I mean,
So it's the October 2nd's there.
yeah,
We're talking about whether we're moving October 30th to,
yes.
That's good clarification.
do we want to do a
Do we, yeah, is that still a date that's, you feel your families, your students would
No.
support?
No. With the 30th. Cause our conversation then got derailed by looking at the wrong, shaded in color. The
Gotcha.
preference would be to move it to April 30th. If possible. Truth.
But again,
But again, we can get back to. If it's.
there, I think I heard from the middle school, they liked the idea of having. Not in May. May seems very bad for.
Yeah,
like,
May is not good.
Every grade level.
Yeah.
Elementary, not good for testing, middle school, not good for OSAS testing, and high school, not good for AP testing. But middle school, I remember, I think it was Jim Croft said, oh, that would be a nice. April 3rd, if it was in April, that would be beneficial for 6th grade camp planning. The high school had something like, oh, that would help with scheduling for next year or something.
Yeah, and have talked about that at our last meeting for their planning for electives and scheduling for the year to come.
Yeah, I'm open to whatever, like, whatever you think is best for kids in this is what we should go with.
Kimberly, Mary, your guys' group?
Secondary said they want, the April day. Is that what I heard you say?
Secondary, again, I think is open to either. They definitely don't want May. We know that. I think as we. Yeah, they can, yeah, I don't know. Secondary is fine with it. They're not. They didn't have strong opinions either way. They are happy that the trimesters are balanced. That's what they care about, is that those content is gonna be the same because trimesters are balanced. So they, I think, are gonna be happy with either of those. I think it's just a matter, I'd kind of lean on our leaders to say, like, what are you trying to accomplish in that day? And where do you see it the most value for your staff? Do you wanna talk again?
Yeah.
I think so. I think we're at a point where we're
So
just talking.
can we say, sounds like people would want to move it and we're not sure when? That? Or it's still kind of just both questions up in the air?
We know for sure is May is no way.
No May,
Correct.
I like that,
No May.
narrowing down.
So we're either choosing between April 30th or October 30th, basically.
Yeah, with like April,
Yeah, I mean, we could have that conversation.
okay. We're discussing that.
We are discussing that.
Yeah.
So which one are we doing this? No, second is Stan, it's this, apparently it's October 30th, or like.
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
The second is 40 block and it's down corrected, it's just another one of those in October. The benefit of doing it in October is like, you've got a lot of sweeter left, so it makes an improvement.
Yeah.
If it goes for a while. The benefit of April is get a break. You can, the middle school segment, I like kind of voice in once a year a little bit. Both have like pros and cons, so.
I was thinking something along PD on the 24th.
That'll be good. But the issue is too, if you do a first PD day on the 30th, that means all the house like it doesn't stay. You know.
On Friday.
I would agree with that. Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
So and then it's.
Then all of a sudden you have 5
So I
days
think-
to think.
So I think we were to do it. Right, that's third.
Oh, if we move it to the 12%, financial families will bail, taking vacation rates, I don't miss the month.
Okay. 1 to 100.
So it had to be on the 16th.
Oh. Other than different, so. But that's.
I've got no skin on the game for this.
I like it.
I just think it sounds like the most peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
I need this one.
Mr. Smith.
But we're really happy. 4 full weeks in May.
Yeah.
May is 4 weeks.
So which Friday has it? This Friday. What? Which
This Friday.
This Friday for next Friday.
This Friday.
This Friday for. I think the lots connected to the basketball. court. That's always a thing.
Yeah.
Just wait till Friday's in May.
To the 16th, and you have.
Yeah, no kidding.
1, 2,
Our group has a leaning,
Kind of like the 16th.
feeling good.
All right, we about ready to come back?
So. Think how I can share.
Okay, what are we thinking?
We're thinking the 16th of it. Because if you do it the 21st, which is a great idea, but families, when you get to 2-day week, it's like, why go? Let's go on vacation. And then we have conferences, so then nobody will attend. And then if we don't do it the 30th, we have 5 weeks straight for testing.
Eric, do you want to share ours or do you want me to share ours? Go ahead. We again remain indifferent. However, if we are leaning one way, we're leaning towards April 30th.
Okay. Team in the back.
I will make testing work no matter what.
I'm leaning towards April 30th. Just for next year's calendar. Like the following year, if we have new curriculum, I think I'm back in favor of October. But May is really long. Normally Memorial Day is a week earlier. And so 5 solid weeks. It's a pretty solid, I mean, so I think the 30th, then I think 4 solid weeks of testing is, but. I don't love coming back from spring break and having 2 full weeks and then a short week. I'd rather have 3 full weeks. Short weeks are so hard with elementary kids. They're just so hard. They just are wonky.
And I think preparing kids for state testing to have right after spring break, 3 solid good weeks. Of
And plus, that's when we're doing our ready testing and
Mhm.
getting all of our data ready for conferences. I think we have data meetings in there. Yeah, I'm the 30th. You're the 30th?
on the 30th. Just because of that 3 solid weeks right before conferences.
Joe made a good point that this gives us a PD day every trimester, which is kind of cool. Nice way to think about it.
Way to use common sense.
Would you guys be okay with the 30th over the 16th?
Okay. Any final thoughts?
Amy, what do we need to make it? Do we do a thumbs vote for this sort of thing? And then do a motion to recommend?
So we'll do under consensus where everyone votes and then the committee takes final vote.
So are we all in consensus? For the only change to the proposed calendar being to switch the PV day to April 30th from October 30th. Thumbs up if you would agree. Believe we've reached consensus. Now we will vote to move this calendar forward to the committee. Okay,
I move to move the calendar as discussed to the board. Correct?
I will second that motion. Any discussion? Okay. Now we will, you want to do a roll call vote next? Okay,
Should I use the names again?
yeah,
Yes. So
Here.
this is confusing. You have Kimberly Bonner,
yeah,
Bree,
yes.
Joel,
Yes.
Marilee. Yes. And Kelsey.
Yes.
Perfect.
Eric.
Thank you.
Eric's on it. So okay, that's fine.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
Okay. With that, we will adjourn the meeting at 4:27. Great job, team.
Hey, there we go.